George, a three to tie it. He does. Paul George with another three.
Give it to him, Paul.
Now George inside the arc and two more for PG. Pacers need another shot. George, here's got a jumper and he has 40. George for three.
Yeah, Paul. Yes.
The Pacers have 5 games left. And if you can play these 5 games in April like you played tonight, I think you'll be in the playoffs.
And if they do, you got to have a counter and make a back cut like Paul just did here.
George inside the basket, and Paul George has his first 2.
Does a good job taking the ball inside.
George has Indiana's only points. Here's a 3 by Teague.
That's a good play.
Jeff Teague made 4 of 9. George inside for 2.
Did a really nice job being able to use that dribble. He was like one dribble basically.
George for 3. So Paul George has 7 first quarter points. Indiana's 3 of 9. Brooks into the front court, chased by 2 red jerseys. And now George goes down the lane.
Make it. Oh, no, you got to make that.
Ellis finds George, and Turner bunks it.
Let's see if that gets his Pacers team going a little bit on the offensive end.
27 seconds to play in the half, and George with a tough shot on the left side with a right hand.
Well, he's trying to at least get to the rim to get something going. I think he's got a little grimace on his face.
He's going to pound it home.
Really good job by the Pacers to be accurate. Wayne Casey is disappointed in it, but the Pacers, I love their activity. You said this is a really important part of the game. They had to come out with energy, and that's exactly what they've done, and it's been on the defensive end. It's 50-50. They got to find a way to get it. Yeah, he's wide open now.
And George hits the jumper. It's a 6-point game. George hits it.
He did a really good job of getting Tucker out of position, going toward the half-court line.
Here's George. He made it and drew the foul. Count the 3.
Tucker got too close. Paul George coming out of that timeout was able to get him a nice look, but he got it. It's delivered there by Lance. You see, they got Lance playing that position.
For Miles Turner. And now George tees up another 3. Paul George.
You can see that when he was raising, he could feel that one.
We saw Paul George and LeBron James put on a show on Sunday. Tonight it's George and DeRozan. Now he's matched up by Tucker, and his shot again is good.
Got these 2 California boys going at it. This is much like we saw with LeBron James and Paul George, Chris. Really good job because the screen was coming to the other side. Paul went away from it, and Tucker was slow in reaction.
George splits the defense and Conley puts it through.
You can see when he lifted up, he was totally in control of that.
And now George, here is a 3, and the Pacers lead by 13.
He was stepping into that. See Lance really bringing some energy here. But Paul, as soon as he caught it, you can see he was
Young and Teague. And Stevenson's going to lay it in.
Yeah, that's not quite frankly. You can take it or leave it.
A 37-point turnaround as the Pacers win it 108-90.
Terrific game. Second half was really good.
If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'm not sure if I would have believed it. Paul, how do you describe that second half tonight?
Man, effort, energy, Lance Stevenson. That's how you describe that second half, Lance Stevenson.
What was said at halftime? You were down 19 at one point in the first half, got it down to 11 at halftime, but we saw a different team in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what was said. I was in the training room getting worked on, but man, we knew what the case was. We take care of the ball. We had to challenge them. They was getting to the free throw line. We had to play some defense without fouling, force them to make tough shots, which they did. But I thought in the long haul, we warmed down. We made big shots. We moved the ball. We got into a good rhythm. And, man, this crowd, Lance gave him a show, and we all benefited from it.
This crowd was waiting to welcome Lance. In the first half, he struggled, did not score, really did not look comfortable. Did it just take him?
You expect that, man. Lance was real excited, real fired up about this one. You can see it. You know, I know Lance, man. Being with Lance for 3-4 years, I know Lance, man. He was nervous. That first half, he was nervous. It took him to the second half to get that one to go down, and you saw it immediately. The doors was open.
You said after your 43-point performance against the Cavs that Lance spurred you on. I mean, some would say, how does one man make such a difference? But you're going to give Lance some credit.
Man, I just know he every play, man, you're going to get the most, you're going to get the best out of him. He's going to work hard. He's going to energize you. Something that you ain't doing, he'll tell you. You know, and he's just been my brother, man. We started out in this league. We started here together. That's my brother, and I'm just happy to have him back here.
The intensity, the emotion, then at the end of the game, cooler heads did prevail, but that's not necessarily a bad thing for a team that needs to show some fire.
Yeah, I mean, Lance know better. That's like a cardinal rule to not lay the ball up when you up. But he did it. It's the reason why Lance is Lance. We appreciate him, man. Everything he does for this organization, man. He comes out here and he works his butt off.
Your game. How dialed in are you right now?
I'm dialed in. Whatever it takes. Again, I'm going to work my butt off, try to get us on the right path. Every night I'm going to try to put it all on this floor and lay it all out. Got to be happy with those results.
Great game.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jack.